Hello engineers! Today we are going to make a ROS-based autonomous mobile robot using CK-9, and it will be able to move around and navigate in your homes autonomously. The entire thing will take less than 15 minutes to make. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Okay, so let's take a look at all the parts which comes with a CK-9. So right in the center, we have the base, which you can use to place your electronics or mount any other thing because it's so modular. It helps you to place any number of components on top of it, or even place another rack on top of it, like turtle boards and so. And it's made of very thick acrylic sheet. So it's quite sturdy, it doesn't bend at all, even if I force it to. Then we have these thick clamps for the driving motors. CK-9 is a two-wheel drive differential drive mobile base. These are very sturdy clamps. We have a nice and compact LiDAR. It's pretty essential for SLAM and navigation. We have these wheels, caster wheels, screws and spacers, and we have these motors, these DC motors, which will be the driving motors for the CK-9. I just want to take a minute over here and just look at this gorgeous transparent acrylic sheet, which is going to be the chassis for your robot. I mean, this just looks so amazing. It's made with precision. It's laser cut basically. So all your holes, all your slots, everything is very precise. There are no fabrication errors at all. So you can be very confident about the mechanical build of your robot. And it's quite essential to have a good mechanical build for your first robot, especially when you're moving from simulation to a real robot, because the transition if you ask any robotics engineer, it's not ideal. It's very frustrating, especially when you have to fabricate your own robot, because there are all kind of problems which comes into place, where the process which you use to make your base, the material you choose, designing it, and this just makes the whole process easy. I mean, the whole motto of ROS is to not reinvent the wheel, and we just took that and applied it to the mechanical aspect, the mechanical and electronics aspect of making a robot as well. So you don't have to redo things to make your autonomous mobile robot. You just build on top of CK-9. It just makes it so simple. And this LiDAR is it's going to give you a 360 planar scan. It's essentially going to help you in doing SLAM and basically tell you obstacles, and which goes into local planners and stuff, which helps you navigate autonomously. That being said, let's get into assembling your CK-9 and make your autonomous mobile robot. So the first thing we'll do while making this robot is assemble the clamps. And I just want to take a moment to tell you that we just made the whole kit so symmetrical. So it doesn't matter which clamp you attach in which side, what side of the base is at top and what is at the bottom. Doesn't matter, it's all symmetrical. Just grab the parts and just attach it and you are good to go. So that's what we are going to do right now. We're just gonna take the clamps and add these nut bolts. Now notice here I just have 4, while I would need 8 because 4 goes into 1. But I'm doing this deliberately to show you how sturdy the base is, even when you just attach half the screws required. So I'm just going to attach 2 in each clamp and show you how sturdy your CK-9 can be. So let me grab my screwdriver and let's just get into assembling. There you go. We have the base and clamps attached. It was just that simple. It's pretty sturdy. I'll just try to deflect it, and I can't. So next we are going to attach the motors and the wheels to the chassis. Just remove this nut. That's it. Now before I add this motor in here, I just want to take a moment to explain that we also have added the Nubot profile for motors which comes with encoders. So if you want to use that, you can freely use those as well. And there you go, you have the chassis all ready, and we're just going to attach casters now. So again, just 2 screws over here in this, pretty sturdy. And there you go, you have the chassis already, pretty sturdy, can take a lot of weight without any deflection. Yep, that was pretty simple, right? Now we're going to add these metal brackets for the LiDAR. And over here, to add the last spacer, we're going to make use of this slot over here. We know that different LiDARs come in different sizes and they have different footprints. You can simply take your spacer and just kind of slide it around and adjust it as per your sensors. We're going to take this and see where we exactly need to position. So we got to take it a bit back. There you go. And that was pretty simple. For electronics, we wanted it to be as simple as it can get, and so you can make your CK-9, your autonomous mobile robot, without any kind of soldering or breadboard required, because soldering takes a lot of time and breadboards are not so reliable. It takes a lot of time debugging when there's an issue in the connections. So here's the actual electronics. We're using an Arduino Uno connected to a L29 motor driver for the driving motors, with a shield on top of it to make it so simple. Just use the screw terminals and you're good to go. You just need to add the motor's wires to the driver. I've pre-connected everything, and we are using these kind of connectors to power the battery which will come at the other end of this. The screw terminals basically makes it so simple and fast to make this. The slots makes it quite easy to slide up the wires from the motors underneath connected to the driver, instead of taking it outside like this, making it vulnerable to accidental straining and disconnection. You're going to use a Raspberry Pi 3B over here, and you can use any kind of board with CK-9. You can use a Jetson Nano, you can use Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. We also sell SD cards for Raspberry Pis which come with Ubuntu pre-installed, it comes with ROS pre-installed, it comes with all the code to run your CK-9 autonomously pre-installed. So all you have to do is take this SD card and put this into your Raspberry Pi, and that's it. All the code to run your CK-9 autonomously is ready. It's as simple as that. Now notice here, we even have not put any kind of buck converter over here to take 12 volts from this lithium-ion battery to power the Raspberry Pi. We will simply add power bank to it. When you're making your first build, you don't want to overcomplicate circuitry, your electronics. You don't want to overcomplicate the mechanical aspect of your robot. Just want it to be as simple as you can make it. And you just need to connect the LiDAR and Arduino using USB to the Raspberry Pi and connect the battery over here, and we are good to go.